Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome into Mid-Morning. So sometimes the best pieces of fashion are found through consignment, and Miss Jessica Taylor with Revolution Resale Co. in Starkville is joining me in studio this morning to tell us more about the world of consignment and some exciting business news they've had happen recently. Miss Jessica, it is always a treat having you in studio.
Yay, it's always so great to be here.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say congratulations, and I just want you to tell our viewers, just after 10 years of being the general manager, correct, of Revolution, you are now the owner of Revolution Resale Co. How does that feel to be the owner?
Oh, it feels amazing. It's a dream come true, really. I mean, and the whole reason that I wanted to be an owner was to give back to the community. I wanted to be a more stable pillar of our community and be able to make, decisions based on the business that are gonna, help us grow and all of us grow when we grow. Yeah.
So you've been in consignment now for 10 years. What is the consignment world looking like? You were saying it's kind of just continuing to grow.
It is. It's growing so fast, and it is looking so bright. It's a beautiful career, but a beautiful business model, and it's a win-win for everyone, for our consigners, for us. And we have the best demographic in Starkville that really fits a good consignership, And so I think that's kind of a lot of, our community is behind us, and that's why we've been able to do so well, and we have big plans.
And then the interesting thing about consignment is your consigners have the opportunity to make money. Kind of give us the breakdown of like the business model for a consignment, for yours in specific.
Yes, so our specific business model is when we sell an item, we split it 50-50 with our consigners, but that's a 60-day consignment period. And so prior to the 60 days, they get 50% of their set. And our consigners are always so happy with what they get. And we make sure they are. If we have any questions when they bring their things in, we ask up front, what do you expect to get for this? Or if it's a new consigner and we feel like they, might be hesitant or, they want to understand, we're really transparent. We go above and beyond to make sure all of our consigners are happy and taken care of. And we go above and beyond to protect their goods.
And so you walking into be the owner now, that took a few steps. About a year ago, you told me about this transition.
It took a long time.
So you kind of said there's 4 basics that you have for anyone who is kind of looking to become a business owner.
Yes, you need the best banker, the best attorney, the best CPA, and the best insurance. The 4 core. And there's a lot of other people along the way that have helped me, but those 4 are the ones that were my go-to on every question that I had. And they made the process really simple for me. So I feel really blessed in that way, and I didn't just start at the bottom because that could have been an option for me. But luckily and gratefully, I've been able to move this revolution on and keep it going.
Yeah. And so as part of the consignment world, you guys are putting out pieces every day. You said y'all have tons coming through your door. What do you think that means for just customers who are coming in to see what you guys have on the floor?
I'm so glad you asked that. Honestly, I am, because that is the best thing about shopping with us is our daily changing inventory. You never know what's going to come in, and so that gives you a lot of incentive to shop more often. And it gives us more incentive to keep rolling, keep moving as fast as we can, and we're always looking for more quality goods, and we want our consignership to grow. And I hope that someone out there right now sees me here and wants to come in and bring their things for me to sell. That's what I hope for.
And so we had also talked about these consigners. You're getting to get rid of these clothes, but people are taking more care of their clothes, and it's a sustainable business.
Right. Yeah, it's absolutely so sustainable. The resale, sector is growing so fast, and people are taking better care of their goods with the notion and the forward thought to they're going to come and bring it to consign. Or even if they order something that didn't work and they missed that refund window,
they'll bring it to
they'll bring it to us. And a lot of our loyal consigners consigners have seasons set aside, you know, that they've thought about prior to the season coming along, because we do work on a seasonal basis, and they will bring those goods in and they'll tell us, I've got my spring stuff ready, or, you know, so.
Yeah, well guys, we have some of that spring stuff in at studio.
Yay.
Stay with us. We'll be back after. All right, everyone, welcome back. So Miss Jessica Taylor is in studio. She is the owner of Revolution Resale Co. We were just talking about the world of consignment, and what better way than to talk about it than show you the items that you can find at a consignment store. So Miss Jessica, like we said earlier, you've been in this game for about 10 years. What keeps you staying in this type of business model in retail?
Because the creative freedom is endless. It never ends, and you never know what's going to come through the door, which makes it like Christmas morning.
It literally
every
does.
day, you know. And then, you know, we're able to communicate with our consigners on what works and what doesn't work, because we do manage our floor really tight, and we want to be able to manage that space, and we want to have those things that are hanging for you to find that sell quick. You know, turnover is definitely the name of the game, and it's a fun experience every day, getting to curate something new and something fresh every single day. And
so one thing that you have, your motto is elevate every day. And so we have some very special pieces, because we were saying, you know, the holidays are coming up. You may have that item that you want to wear for a specific holiday or event, but you really don't maybe have it in the budget to spend an arm and a leg, or you just don't want to buy it out plain right. And you have the opportunity to find that at consignment. So talk to me about some of these pieces you have brought today.
You know, I brought this mama sweater because it's so relatable, and there's so many mamas out there. I'm not a mom myself. I'm a poodle mom, but moms are so important, and I wanted moms out there to know, come shop with us, and we can save you money, and you can afford the Queen of Sparkles. This is also Queen of Sparkles, and someone's gonna snag this set up for St. Patrick's Day, and we have a heart for Valentine's Day, and then just this everyday basic that, you know, blazers, they are a staple for a professional, you know, lady as yourself, you know, and they never go out of style because they're a classic piece. So I have a blazer in every color, and that's why I brought this one, and it's a brand new with the tags.
And so do you have a lot of that come into the store with the tags?
Yes, absolutely. This one is also brand new with the tags, and several pieces that I snagged to bring today are also brand new with the tags.
And then I want to also talk about, you brought some accessories. So I also want to say y'all have men's clothing as well.
Yes,
so we're not counting the men now over here.
In fact, if we need anything for the viewer that's watching, we always need men's clothes.
Okay.
You know, our men, they buy our clothes, they buy the goods quicker than we can get them out. We always have a really large selection for our ladies, but our men's selection goes, it's a smaller room, smaller space, and guys, they're a little different when it comes to consignment, because they wear their things longer, and you know, so you know, so it's usually the wives or the moms that are cleaning their guys' closets out that bring us, but so bring us guys stuff, but
and so all of these stuff,
perfume,
especially with like name brands, these are fact checked. You guys make sure that these are legitimate items.
It is so important. I say it every time. Counterfeit goods are illegal. They're completely illegal. And everyone who sells any kind of designer label should make sure that they are authentic. It is so important. Their experience is one way, but I always use a third-party company. I have several of them that I trust that you know that will back me on the counterfeit goods and authenticate for me.
And then quickly before we wrap up, so if people come in, you can also even get consignment on sale, which sounds crazy because it's already at a discounted price.
Right. That's a great thing when people check out and they don't know. We tell everyone to shop by the date because our prices go down the longer they're there.
Yeah.
So you look at the date to determine the price.
Well, Jessica, it's always great having you in studio. Guys, go check them out in Starkville. They're truly a hidden gem. We'll be right back after the break.